It's now my great pleasure to introduce the Honorable Deb Matthews, Minister of Health and Long-Term Care. Minister Matthews was first elected to office in 2003 in her home riding of London North Centre, and again re-elected in 2007 and 2011. Since becoming the Minister of Health and Long-Term Care in 2009, Minister Matthews has spearheaded several key initiatives, including the Excellent Care for All Act, which will transform our healthcare system through better value for taxpayer investments and in higher quality care. I also want to make a personal comment here about Minister Matthews. Minister, I think that the health portfolio is probably one of the toughest mandates that any politician has to take on. And I admire so much the leadership and political will that you have brought to this mandate. And it's a great honor to have you here this evening. Please join me in welcoming Minister Ronald.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for those very kind words. Somebody once said to me, I think you have the toughest job in politics in the country, and the person with the easiest job is your critic. I am delighted to be here tonight and delighted to be here with my colleague Reza Marini and so many other MPPs and elected officials who are here with you this evening. It truly is a wonderful gala. I want to start by saying congratulations to all of you, and particularly to those of you who are receiving accolades this evening. It is my true honor to present the Individual Community Services Award. This award is given annually to an individual who has gone above and beyond the call of duty to help build the life sciences community and strengthen its reputation here at home as well as abroad. Life Sciences Ontario has selected a truly deserving individual to receive tonight's honor. Dr. Ronald Pearlman was an obvious choice for his long career and his contributions to the sector. For more than 50 years, Dr. Pearlman has been nurturing and developing Ontario's life sciences community. He has been inspiring generations of young scientists, and I have seen this in action at the Gardner Awards. Dr. Pearlman continues to go above and beyond to inspire interest in science through community outreach opportunities. He's been a professor at York since 1968, and I'm told that every award winner this evening has a connection to York. Three out of three of them. Congratulations, York. I know you're here. So while Dr. Pearlman has been grounded at York, he has been spreading his wisdom throughout the world, from Tokyo to Copenhagen, Connecticut to France. It has earned him a reputation as a statesman among the life science community. He's published over 100 peer-reviewed articles, but his largest impact can be felt among his work with the Gardner Foundation and the Royal Canadian Institute. As Associate Scientific Director of the Gardner Foundation, Ron has been integral in the coordination of student outreach programs and their annual awards honoring student accomplishments in biomedical sciences. His passion, and it is truly passion, for educating and fostering the next generation of scientists serves Dr. Pearlman very well in his capacity as President of the Royal Canadian Institute for the Advancement of Science, the oldest institution in Canada dedicated to scientific education. RCI has benefited from Dr. Pearlman's large network of both prominent scientists and up-and-coming ones. His connections, not only in life sciences, but across the scientific disciplines, have helped inspire young scientists through RCI's public lectures and fundraising events. While he has formally retired from his academic post in 2008, Dr. Pearlman remains an active participant in York University's scientific and community outreach activities. He continues his research with funding from both the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada and the Canadian Institutes for Health Research. Although he claims to be retired, there is no slowing him down, and he is thoroughly deserving of tonight's Community Services Award. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Ronald Pearlman.
Well, thank you very much, Minister Matthews, for those very kind words. When I hear things like that, I look around the room to see who they might be talking about. It surely can't be me. I'm thrilled and honored, however, and humbled and excited to have been chosen to receive this award. It did come as a complete surprise. Dale Patterson and I were playing telephone tag for a few days last fall, and I had no idea why he was trying to reach me. A very pleasant surprise when we finally did connect. Of course, there are some people to recognize and thank for their support. First, my family, represented here tonight by my very accomplished niece, Amy Hannon. Amy, her mother, who's my sister, and Amy's sister are all very involved in community activities, so this seems to be in our genes. Throughout my career, I've enjoyed the support of colleagues in the administration at York, and I thank all. I focused the early part of my career on doing science, so that when I did start to give back and began doing more administration and outreach, I had credibility through my science. I took the advice of a great Canadian scientist, Michael Smith, who I had the good fortune to know quite well, who always spoke of keeping very much to himself and concentrating on science until mid to late career time when he was about 50. He then realized that it was time to give back to the institution and to science in general that allowed him to do what he did. And as we know, he did that giving back in spades. I too was always engaged and involved early in my career, but stayed away from formal commitments other than serving on peer review committees such as CIHR, NSERC, and the precursor to Genome Canada, so-called CGAT, until about 20 years ago. Then when I did make the commitment to give back, I was able to do so from strength and with credibility built from my science. So I thank York University for the support provided me to follow this path. At the university, although always engaged and involved, my main administrative commitments in my later career were through graduate studies, starting as graduate program director in biology, and then associate dean academic and dean of the faculty of graduate studies. I feel blessed and privileged to have had the career that I have, to do what I love passionately, teaching and research, and later extensive service, and doing all that, getting paid for it. I say that this was not a job, but a passion, and that I never worked a day in my life. This is a dangerous thing to say, and if York's president, Dr. Shukri, was able to be here this evening, he would say, "This is not news. I always knew he never did any work." Dangerous or not, it's true. Scientifically, my research was and continues to be basic studies, including involvement in large-scale genome and proteomic projects, mostly with the model system, the unicellular ciliate protozoan Tetrahymena thermophila, which has provided the paradigm for many well-recognized breakthroughs, including 2 Nobel Prizes. Working throughout my career with exceptional students, postdocs, research assistants, etc., we were able to make significant contributions to basic understanding of fundamental processes. I have always and still do passionately argue not to lose sight of where the very important applications of the life sciences that we've heard about tonight in areas such as health, commercialization, and the economy, all of these things, the focus of LSO, come from. Nurturing and supporting the foundation on which applications are built is critical, but this sometimes, unfortunately, gets lost. What about community service, on which the award I'm receiving tonight is based? Again, this is based on developing the credibility gained through my science that has allowed me to contribute in this area. Time to mention just two of my present involvement. The Royal Canadian Institute, RCI, for the Advancement of Science, as you heard from the Minister, is Canada's oldest continuously operating scientific society, now in its 165th year, founded in 1849 by Sir Sandford Fleming. Our present mission is to bring science to the public, to help develop a science-literate civil society that does not have a science phobia. We do this with free public lectures that are extremely well attended and archived as websites that are available to all, as well as a scholarship program and the awarding of the Fleming Medal yearly to someone who has made exceptional contributions to the communication of science. Unfortunately, we are the GTA's best kept secret, and I urge you to Google Royal Canadian Institute for the Advancement of Science to find out more about us and to attend some of our talks. We partner with many organizations, including LSO. Our Executive Director, Kirsten Vanstone, is here this evening, as is our incoming President, Hella Tussine. I am also involved with the Gairdner Foundation that fosters the rewarding and the recognition of excellence in biomedical science through the very prestigious Canada Gairdner International Awards, the Canada Gairdner Whiteman Award, and the Canada Gairdner Global Health Award. I got involved with Gairdner through President and Scientific Director Dr. John Dirks, who is here this evening. Also here this evening from the Gairdner Foundation is Ms. Summer Ellis, the Gairdner Communications Director. I started by serving on each of the two peer review panels. Then John asked me to become involved in other ways, which I gladly agreed to. A unique feature of the Gairdner Awards is to bring the excellence of science across the country, from Vancouver to St. John's, through the national program. John's vision that will be his legacy to Canada and to Gairdner. In 16 venues across the country, we speak to high school students to bring them the excitement and the passion of scientific excellence. I coordinate this program, and it is exciting to bring this sense of excellence to young people, the future of science and of our country. I'm very indebted to John for bringing me into the Gairdner family and for providing me the opportunity to serve in this way. Finally, I'd like to congratulate all of the other award recipients tonight for the recognition of their significant accomplishments. I must say that it is a special pleasure to share this evening with Mark Lavonin, who I've worked with on many things over the years. Thank you very much.